Welcome back everyone, and I hope you're doing well. In this video we are going to be looking at another Thermaltake case. This is the V200 TG mid-tower. So let's get started. So here it is, the V200 TG. So let's take a look around the outside before we get to the inside. First impressions of the general look of the case. It's pretty standard. You've got your 4mm thick tempered glass, full size of the case on the left hand side there. A kind of Perspex-y type front. We'll show that off later on the front. And intake on the left side, because there are 3 fans included with this case, and we'll go through those a little bit later as well. Standard back and all the I/O ports as you would expect, outlet, PCIe, power, all the usual bits that you would expect to find on the back of a case. So let's start on the front panel I/O as we always do. So on this one, on the left hand side, you have the power button, hard drive and power LED, a reset button, an RGB button, USB 2.0, auxiliary input, microphone input, USB 2.0 and a USB 3.0. So let's take a look inside the case. So obviously as I'm unscrewing these, I've noticed that these are not captive screws. They don't seem to put captive screws on their mid-range towers, but it would be nice to see captive screws or thumb screws on here. So you've got your usual front panel I/O connectors there, the massive cables that you have to plug into your motherboard here. That's pretty standard. You've got a PSU shroud with visibility to show off your PSU if you have an RGB one, and also slots here where the 3.5-inch drives will go. There are no trays with this one, so this is purely for 3.5-inch drives, which are held in with screws. So this case will obviously fit up to an ATX size motherboard. We've got 4 spaces here for your SSDs. We already have all the standoffs here ready to go, so you don't need to add any more on these, which is good to see. So let's spin the case around and have a look at the other side. So on this side there is probably about an inch of clearance between the side panel and the motherboard tray itself. So there are plenty of tie downs to tidy up your cables with cable ties or Velcro ties or whatever else you're going to use to tidy your cables. So this case has the addition of an RGB controller, and the difference with this one is that not only does it connect the 3 fans on the front and the one on the rear, they are all connected to the same controller via one SATA connector. Not a pass-through connector, just a single SATA connector powers all the fans and the RGB. You can also connect a 12-volt RGB strip here at the top, and down here this gives you the option to connect it to your motherboard RGB header. So you can expect sync support with this inbuilt controller here from Asus AuraSync, ASRock Polychrome RGB, ASRock RGB LED, BioStar Vivid LED DJ, RGB Fusion Ready, and MSI Mystic Light Sync. You can change between the RGB hardware button on the top and the sync of your motherboard by holding down the RGB button on the front of the case for 3 seconds to switch between the 2 modes. So let's go through the radiator support for this case. On the back you can have up to a 120mm radiator in push-pull configuration or single fan, however you want to do that. You can't seem to mount a radiator on the top, although I expect if you modded it you probably could fit a size of radiator on the top. I can't tell you what size because I'm not going to try that now. That's not what this review is about. On the front you can fit a 240 rad or up to a 280 rad. So for fan support we can have a 120mm on the back, as you would expect. So on the top you can have 2 140 fans or 2 120mm fans. On the front of the case you can, as you can already see because the case comes with 3 120mm fans already, or you can have 2 140mm fans. Just looking for the hard drive mounting procedure. So for hard drive mounting on this one, you just literally screw hard drive you don't screw the hard drive. Don't do that. So for hard drive mounting in this case, you literally screw the screws into the hard drive in the included bag here and just slot them into these 3 slots here on the right hand side of the case. There is a ton of mounting points for cable ties and Velcro ties or anything else that you're going to tidy your cables with on the back, so you're never going to be short of ways to tidy your cables on the back. Not that you're going to see them with the panel on the side, but they are going to be slightly visible through the holes where you would put your power and SATA cables or water cooling cables or anything like that. So it's always good to try and tidy cables. Show a bit of respect. So the maximum size of a CPU cooler, if you're going for airflow cooling, that is up to 160 millimeters. Your graphics card length maximum size is up to 380 millimeters. And the maximum your PSU can be in this case is up to 170 millimeters. So our overall impression is that the case looks very stylish. You've got a curved left-hand side here with an intake on the right-hand side there, which should be ample with the space at the bottom for the 3 fans that are included in this case. They are RGB. It has plenty of ventilation if you want to output heat from the top of the case. You've got one on the back as you normally do. It is priced around the £80 mark, and I would have liked to have seen USB-C on a new case as well for that price point. So overall, we think this is a great case for £80, considering it includes 4 fans, 3 of them are RGB, and you can sync with your motherboard as well. For that point alone, we give this case an 8 out of 10. So thanks for watching another one of our videos. We hope you liked our look at the V200 TG from Thermaltake. Thank you very much to Thermaltake for sending that over. Don't forget to check the links down below where you can help support everything we do. There are links to our Facebook page, our Twitter page, our Instagram page. We have a Patreon page. So we have our own merch store, which is right down the bottom in the video description. So go check that out. All the designs on there are made by us, mainly our logo and some sort of graphic of me and Will. More will be included over time, so keep checking back for more. There are always discounts available. So if you're a Patreon subscriber and you decide to help us out on a monthly basis, you will get early access to discounts on our merch store. And I've seen discounts of up to about 30%, so that can't be bad. Thanks for sticking around, guys. If you like this video, click on that like button, maybe click the notification button as well. And if you want to see more content, want to be updated when we upload more videos, then maybe consider subscribing as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.